From bureaucracy's basement to your ears, this is the weekly meeting of the Queen City Improvement Bureau. Each week, the dedicated staff of the Bureau meet to file reports, make recommendations, and talk about it all on the radio for your entertainment, hopefully. Maybe one day we'll escape from this subterranean hell that is the basement beneath City Hall, but until that day comes, this city is not going to improve itself. So here we stay, improving things. This meeting is now in session.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Really?
Do you know why I'm doing great?
Oh, I want to find out.
I witnessed something spectacular last night.
What's that?
I watched Chapel Roan perform at the VMAs, walking out in full armor and setting the set on fire with a flaming crossbow.
How did you were there, or you just how did this happen?
I was not actually there,
but you just happened to watch it.
Yes.
And it was that good that through some viewing device, it's changed your life.
Yes,
because you look changed.
I do.
You look buoyant.
I do. I look buoyant.
Yes,
that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, really?
Well, it was
I'm not
buoyant.
from the Maritimes.
Exactly, buoyant. That's how we say it in the Maritimes. You look buoyant, by.
Yeah.
Yeah, any real one from Nova Scotia knows that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they call each other real ones there?
Yeah, that's always a real one. By. That's actually Cape Breton. I'm doing Cape Breton.
Nice
thing there.
That's awesome.
There's rocks in the road. By.
So yeah, no. Chapel Roan, is that the kind of thing you tend to watch, enjoy?
Normally, I do not particularly care about pop musicians,
right?
Doing their performances, but that was kind of spectacular.
Yeah,
because I don't know, most pop musicians will do a song and a dance, or they'll wear the skimpy clothing, which is fine.
Yeah,
but this was a different vibe.
You don't want to skimp shame.
I don't want to skimp shame.
Yeah.
People can do what they like.
Yeah.
But this was fun. There was a bunch of knights with swords, sword fighting.
This sounds like LARPing. This sounds like my jam.
It does. It was very LARPy.
Yeah,
LARPy indeed.
Nice.
And she played her mega hit "Good Luck Babe," which is a good song.
Yeah,
about the perils of compulsory heterosexuality and the sadness of not living your truth.
Yeah, I like Chapel Roan, but I'm still a Billie Eilish stan.
Hey, I too like Billie Eilish. I like her voice. It's very nice.
Yeah. Well, while we're talking about life-changing live shows, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you yet, but a few weeks ago I went to the Artesian on 13th, and I saw Wax Mannequin live.
Okay.
And so he's a dude out of Hamilton.
If he didn't set a fake medieval castle on fire, I don't know, but okay.
I don't know, man. This show rocked both of my socks off. It was a both socks off rocking event.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just him on stage with a guitar, I don't know what you call it, like a sequencer or something, right? Mm-hmm. And two microphones, one that had reverb, one that didn't.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know if you've been to a gig where you're listening to it and you're like, the acoustics in this place are kind of off.
Mm-hmm. I've been to such a thing.
Yeah. And you go through the opening acts and you're like, something just doesn't seem right. It's too bad. Well, this was one of those nights. The opening acts were good. I don't want to denigrate them. But, there was just something about, this sounds a little tinny or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then Wax Mannequin came out and blew everything away. The dude's voice can overcome any problems with acoustics. It was mind-blowing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So anyways, I just want to... And his new album, Red Brain, is killer. Killer Diller.
Killer Diller.
Yeah.
So my question, both your socks are rocked off. were you still wearing your shoes? Were your socks blown through your shoes?
Right through my frickin' shoes, man.
Okay, that's the litmus test for a truly great show.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyways, if he comes back, if you ever get a chance to see Wax Mannequin, will change your life, guaranteed.
Where's he from?
Hamilton.
So he's probably not going to run for mayor.
Unlikely.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Mayor of Regina, to be specific.
Yeah, maybe mayor of Hamilton. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think he's.
Maybe he'll just settle for being king of the escarpment.
Oh, that'd be all right. I should note that the Artesian is a wonderful venue. I do not go there enough. I snuck out. I got to the Artesian. It's close enough to City Hall that we should be able to go there every week.
We should, and as a matter of fact, we actually performed there live.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Hats off to the Artesian.
That's for
fine gentlemen.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to be back.
We're going to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next Cathedral Village Arts Festival.
I guess we're announcing rather early.
But get your tickets now. They cost nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't think you need tickets. You just walk in.
Yeah. It's nice that the festival liked us so much they booked us a year in advance.
I know. That's just, we're going to be there. I think maybe let's say May 21st.
Something like that. Yeah, it's the Wednesday again. Yeah, Wednesday night at the Artesian.
Yeah. It'll be a fine time. We're not nervous. We have lots of material. We didn't use it all up.
No, something crazy has to happen.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. We haven't done attendance yet, hey?
Oh,
yeah, we're already like through 3-4 items on the agenda.
I know. Wow.
I've crossed off Billie Eilish, Chapel Roan.
Yep. That's all according to plan. I'm not a huge fan of Eilish's new album.
Oh, I have not heard it.
There's a couple of really good songs on it, but I don't know. It did not capture my attention the way some of her earlier stuff has.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, but that's okay. Maybe I need to grow into it.
Maybe. Or maybe it's one of those, mid-period albums, They are sometimes kind of mid.
A lot of people like it. Well, the lead single, Lunch, is really fun. It's really good. And there's another one that's, Chihiro. Because her love of the movie Spirited Away.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
Anyway. Attendance. Okay. Attendance. Well, Webster's Dictionary is not here. We don't have a dictionary. Okay. I know there are only a few things in life that I know for certain.
Okay.
And that is, one is my own mind.
All right.
And the evidence that it reports.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I can tell, you're right over there.
I am.
And there's nobody else here.
That's about right, yeah.
Okay, so you're the only person here.
Okay. All right.
But my mind,
are we done now?
My mind does not know your name.
Oh, it's Paul Deshane.
It's Paul Deshane. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just checked my notes, you see.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's it.
No, there's an Aidan Morgan here, too.
I don't see this Aidan Morgan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's what the notes say.
Okay. Well,
I'm not arguing with the notes.
That's true. I will not. I wouldn't either. All right, so I'll add whoever that guy is.
Okay, good.
And do we have quorum?
No. Worthless.
You never know when the rules of quorum may change.
I don't know. Aren't they like a fundamental law of the universe?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're like gravity.
Yeah.
As
like the weak force.
Exactly. Yes, very weak force.
This one's the lame force.
Lame force. Well, as what's his face? As Jordan Peterson would say, it's axiomatic.
Oh my God.
And then he would devolve into a stream of ranting about wokeness
and lobsters.
And
people forget he's the lobster guy.
Yeah, it's weird that he's like that. His whole lobster bit. That's all. Well, then he became like the meat guy. Then he became like the coma guy.
Yeah.
And now he has an actual quote unquote university now.
Oh my God!
Online courses.
He's gone through with that.
Yeah, you can enroll.
Wow.
And I read a piece on it. Somebody from the Toronto Star enrolled.
And
it's weird to say that you would enroll in it because you're not really getting anything that's going to, give you any credits.
Yeah.
But you can get, for example, a very shallow understanding of how, Nietzsche's philosophy works.
Right.
Or you can get a very narrow understanding of, how Plato worked.
Sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much it,
Yeah.
I think.
I signed up for a Domestica course once.
Domestica?
Yeah, it's a South American, I think, online. It's like an arts faculty and fine arts. So all it teaches is crafts and arts.
Nice.
And I signed up for it, and my drawing skills improved dramatically.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm not going to poo-poo the notion of online education.
No.
But I will poo-poo the notion of Jordan Peterson doing online education.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you would like a good education in the humanities, but you don't want to shell out any of what we call money, just go to the Yale University Courses YouTube. They just film their lectures, and you can listen to them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no homework. Apparently, there are quizzes.
Okay.
On the Jordan Peterson thing, a person actually took one and took a course, and the exam was a 10-question quiz, but apparently the answers were two of the answers were the same. So not exactly not exactly steeped in rigor.
Jeez. Okay. Late capitalism really stinks.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it. It's not so much that it stinks, although it does stink, but it is really, really profoundly dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just begging us to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And
it gets angry at you if you don't.
Yeah.
Too.
I feel like it's an annoying younger brother who just really wants to be included, and your mom is like, "Oh, could you just take him?
Yeah.
He'll just cry."
Yeah.
And so you do, and it sucks, but.
Yeah. Or like a drunk uncle. And your mom's like, "Oh, would you just take him?
I know.
Or else he'll cry."
Just. He's over there weeping tears of pure gin. Come on.
Wow, gin. La-di-da.
Yeah,
your drunk uncle was a fancy man.
Yes, indeed. He was one with a beef eater. He was.
Well, in our house it was Screech.
Oh, wow, jeez. Good.
Screech and Carling O'Keefe.
That's you were drunks of the people.
Yeah.
Not fancy folks like us.
No, sir. Hey, we haven't gotten to anything else on the agenda. Well, there's a ton.
Should we even? Yes, we should.
I don't know at this point. Because we're on 91.3 FM CJTR. Regina Community Radio. We're the Queen City Improvement Bureau.
And we're a quarter of the way through our program. We have done nothing.
We're Lawrence Sterning this episode.
Fantastic. All right.
So, hey, we were going to talk today a bunch about the state of the race.
We were going to.
The election.
Yes.
So something has happened today, actually. We have news.
I know, this is amazing.
Yeah. Okay. 4 months now, it has been rumored that Councillor Lori Bershani from Ward 4, you know her, you love her.
Yes.
Councillor Bershani would run for mayor. And it has been a rumor, and it has been a widespread rumor. I've heard it from numerous different groups and peoples and stuff. Well, today I got a thing in, it came by a pneumatic tube.
Very nice.
And here's what it said. Councillor Lori Bershani set to make major announcement regarding upcoming municipal election. Regina, Saskatchewan. Councillor Lori Bershani is set to address the public regarding her involvement in the upcoming municipal election. The announcement, scheduled for September 17th, has generated keen interest across Regina, sparking widespread speculation about the next steps in her political career. I need to stop here.
Wait.
Keen interest?
Keen interest?
Yeah.
Is this according to Bershani?
According to Bershani's people.
Right.
Does a bunch of ranting on Twitter count as keen interest these days?
I feel like this is like me going online and saying, Is Aidan Morgan a supremely good lover? People are wondering. Many people are saying this. The rumor has started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true?
According to Aidan Morgan, it sure is.
There's probably going to be people talking about it on Reddit.
I know.
In minutes.
Wow. I should get on X.com and tweet out the news.
Yeah.
X out the news. I don't know.
All right, I'll continue here.
All right, sorry, that's
okay.
Highly unnecessary of me.
Councillor Bruciani, who has served as a representative of Ward 4 since 2016, is known for her strong leadership, advocacy of fiscal responsibility, and focus on improving local infrastructure. I feel like I should stop here. But perhaps I will just insert an ellipses or a marbled page and just let you fill it in yourself.
And just go straight forward to 2028.
Yeah.
We're just like, wow, man, I'm glad all that's behind us.
Yeah, Jesus. Anyways, okay. Her tenure on Regina City Council has been marked by her dedication to creating, a safer, more vibrant city for all residents. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. In quotation marks. While the specifics of Councillor Bruciani's announcement remain undisclosed, it is widely anticipated that it could influence the course of the upcoming election. The event will be open to the media. Following the announcement, Councillor Bruciani will speak to media, providing further details and answering questions from the press. This will be happening September 27th, 2 p.m. at the Connexus Arts Centre, which doesn't come cheap. So I don't know. I don't think this is going to be her announcing her line of bespoke backyard honeys.
Probably not.
Bruciani honey.
Bruciani's backyard honeys.
I bespeak them for you.
Jeez.
Bespeak them.
Now that we're making a joke, I just feel this is exactly what's going to happen. She's going to say, "I'm tired of politics. It's time to bring out the honey."
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it could be. I don't know. So that's not a confirmation that she's running for mayor.
No,
but
it seems like she's announcing something big.
Yeah.
If she were just running again for Ward,
why would she book the connection if she booked something in Ward 4?
Precisely. Pretty sure she's building up some hype. Well, I think she's seen the threat that Brandon Iptosway poses,
right?
To the mayoral race.
She's like, I love cars too.
Yes, I do. All I talk about is parking spots and potholes.
Check my Insta.
My Insta's not private. It's full of cars.
Yeah.
And well, that's something. I think we're gonna see a thing.
Yeah, we're going to see a thing. Also this week on the Wednesday, I want to say,
yes.
a Bill Pratt announced at a big event that he was running. And so this was another one of these, sent out a press release, had some buzz. Again, I'd been hearing about Bill Pratt for months.
Right.
That he was going to run.
Formerly of Eden Care Homes.
I do believe.
The utterly uncontroversial and very normal institution.
Nothing to see there.
Nothing bad ever happened there recently under his watch. So yeah. I'm glad he's taking his perfect unblemished record and trying to bring it to the city of Regina.
Yeah. So I don't know, this now, because I gotta say, the people who've announced thus far to run against Mayor Masters, sure they're lovely gentlemen, but they have the look of no-hopers. Right.
There's somebody else besides Iptosway and Pratt, though.
Yes.
Yeah, there's actually a couple more people, I think.
Yeah, hang on a second, let me get up here. Yeah. But yeah, so Pratt, Iptosway, holy crap.
Told you.
Yeah. Here it is. So there is also, sorry, this is taking so long, Sean Sparvier.
Right.
And Kevin Kardash.
Yes.
Yeah. Kevin Kardash of the cowboy hat wearing Kardashes.
Yes.
And Sean Sparvier of the floral print shirt Sparviers.
Yes. Would it kill these people to wear a suit?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not that you need to, but it seems to me that if you're going to, like, say, I would like to run this city, you should just throw on a jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Get a blazer.
Exactly. Get a nice blazer.
Go down to Michael's.
Yeah. Or Colin O'Brien's.
Right.
They have great menswear, great service. Okay, I know we're not supposed to, like, advertise for local businesses.
Okay. Do it.
I shop there. I like it. It's a good place to go. Nice people.
Yeah. Okay, I can't find it here. Or can I? Oh, I just found it. Okay, David Loblaw. So the website is...
David Loblaw.
Yeah. drloblaw.com. So he ran for mayor like in the 1990s when he was a young man. He's been a municipal affairs watcher ever since. He has a website up right now on which you can go, and it has the Regina Election 2024 page, which has all the stuff you could possibly want to know about all the candidates, or at least that they've made public.
Right. So. no private information.
No, sir. Not from David Loblaw.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know who has the best website name?
Who?
For this whole race?
Okay.
David Fro.
Oh, what is it?
Fro Ward 3.
Oh, that's
Ward.
good. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, if I were in Ward 3, and I am, I would seriously consider voting for him because I think he's the only candidate.
He is to date still the only candidate in Ward 3, yeah.
So, yes, we cannot endorse anybody, but I feel pretty confident saying that I like the looks of the guy who is running uncontested.
Can we endorse websites, though?
Can we endorse websites?
Yeah.
Can we endorse website names?
Well, you just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Can we endorse a few vibes? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I cannot endorse Bill Pratt's website. That is a green. That is better left unseen.
Yeah, I agree. He's inspiring a better Regina, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Brashani announcement, though? Because she's not somebody who we haven't spoken about on this show.
Honestly, not great, because I don't love Mayor Masters' record.
Okay.
But she's not Brashani, and that's something.
Right.
Like, I just don't. Brashani is like, I find often she's reactionary. She's very conservative, and I'm not sure her presence as mayor would provide for a smooth running council. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple concerns. One of them is that over the last couple of years, there was a development in Douglas Park, that was coming up that her son was building, and so she had to what do you call it when you have to step out of a meeting?
Recuse.
Thank you. She had to recuse herself from many meetings that were not just the meetings about that building specifically that her son was making, but she recused herself from all the discussion of the Housing Accelerator Fund.
Oh, wow.
Because it would impact the development community. But then, after all of that was done and the Douglas Park building was approved, the development fees report came forward. So, setting the fees that developers would be paying on each hectare of land they develop, she didn't recuse herself from that discussion. And I thought that was extremely peculiar that no red flags were dropped or red cards were dropped by the city clerk, because she has family entanglements in the development community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if she was mayor, can you have a mayor with so many entanglements with the development community that they have to be recusing themselves, or there are, questions loom about whether or not they shouldn't be recusing themselves from really significant discussions like the development levies and charges?
I think that's a fair question. Yeah. That might be just a bit of a tangle if she were to get to the office of mayor.
Yeah. And I know that there were a lot of questions raised about Michael Fougere, our previous mayor, because,
previous mayor,
too much.
Anyway.
Because he had been the head of the Saskatchewan Construction Association.
Right.
And, I can see that, because he had been a counselor for like over a decade and keeping a job with the construction association. But at the same time, he left that job before he became mayor. And it was a construction association. He wasn't like directly benefiting, or his family wasn't directly benefiting from building houses under the regime that he was setting as a city councilor.
Right.
So, yeah, I think there's like significant questions will need to be asked of Councillor Bershani if this is true that she's running. The other thing that I'm concerned about, Bershani is like the most, well, maybe not the most, but one of the most amnesiac councillors that we have, who will, happily approve something 1 month and then 2-3 months later be like, where is this coming from? We can't spend money on this. I need another report. We need more consultation. That's my Councillor Bershani
pretty
voice.
Good. So do you think that every so often she'll start off the meeting going, where is the mayor?
Yes.
I can't believe how tardy they are.
Yeah. So I think, it'll be an interesting 4 years if she wins.
Will administration explain why I can't remember that I'm the mayor?
Yeah.
That's what she'll say.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get a report at least.
Yes.
Or put it up for public consultation. A little bit more. I guess we'll see. Because we now have, I think, 3 legit candidates. Mayor Masters, who we've discussed, I think, is somewhat unpopular right now. Citywide with a wide swath of people, not across the board, but...
Yeah, although I think, honestly, I think that a lot of the things that I think dinged her reputation are a little bit in the past, and people have short memories.
That's true.
So I have a feeling a lot of people
they're going to Bershani Hole Masters'
exactly
record.
They're like people will be like, whatever did happen to that Catalyst Committee thing?
Yeah,
and that'll be it.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got Masters, who I think name recognition.
Yep.
I think she's competent for the job.
Yeah.
Bill Pratt, who there's like some buzz behind him, and he seems to be taking the run seriously and does have the bona fides that you need to run for mayor. And again, Councillor Bershani, who also has the bona fides to run. So I think it'll be a 3-way race at present. But she, the turnout for these elections is so low.
Yeah.
That it could go either way.
That's true.
Right?
That's
like if you get enough people behind a candidate, it doesn't take much to flip the script.
And as you pointed out, the fact that she's booked, connects us for an announcement suggests that she's spending her entire campaign budget right there, or that she has some cash behind her.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know there's a limit though with the municipal election as to how much you can spend.
I think it's like $65,000 though if you're running for mayor, so that's a lot.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But anyways, we should probably...
Her war chest is probably full up.
Yeah. Speaking of, we should help CJTR fill up their war chest with some innovative revenue tools.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to switch to those now. And we're back from Innovative Revenue Tools.
Greetings.
Hello.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, I got a bone to pick with you, mister.
Yes. Please present the bone for picking.
All right. So, did you have anything to do with this thing at Finance Committee?
Did I?
Did you? So, Finance Committee this week, they had the mid-year forecast report for 2024, and the city is projecting a bigger deficit, Aiden, an even bigger deficit than what they were predicting at the first quarter report. So it's up to, what are we up to? $2.4 million deficit they're predicting for the end of the year. Here we are at the mid-year, so that's up from the $476,000 first quarter projection deficit.
Yes, I did that.
Okay, so then you were the one who said, hey, let's add to this problem by writing off $1.33 million of Rough Rider rent.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually was
great
like,
idea.
I was like, let's do even more, I said. And they're like, no, right. $1.33 million is quite enough. And I said, $3 million, $5 million, and they just had to remove me from the premises.
Okay.
Because I just kept on shouting ever larger numbers. So they realized that I didn't even work there.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But $1.33 million, that's a lot.
I know. I mean, I think they would have said, wait a minute, why did we even agree to that? But it was too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were committed.
Well, they were committed, and they took it to Finance Committee. They took your recommendation to Finance Committee, Aidan. The power
of a random shouting dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the argument, apparently, maybe this is yours, I don't know, is that the COVID-19 pandemic canceled the 2020 season and most of the 2021 season, and so they weren't playing baseball. Football. They were playing no ball sports whatsoever in the stadium. And so they were making no revenue, and they didn't need the space that we built for them.
Yes.
And now they want to, write off like close to a third of the rent they were supposed to have paid over that time. Yeah, so it was $3.6 million that they were supposed to pay in rent, and they want to write off 1.33. So that's more like 40% or more.
Okay. Well, my rationale had nothing to do with COVID.
Oh, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was just your love of the game?
No, I just think they're all so dreamy.
Oh, they're pretty dreamy.
So I'm like, gotta cut them some slack.
Yeah.
So, but I guess COVID is as good a rationale as any.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, it probably did actually significantly cut down on attendance and revenue.
It did. But there were lots of dreamy people whose, attendance and, customers to whatever they were doing over the pandemic were cut back pretty spectacularly.
True.
And they had to pay their rent.
True.
Some of them even took out loans from the government and then got dinged with a bill to pay it all back at the worst possible moment.
Also true.
So, I don't know.
Why not a massively successful football club?
Right.
They're dreamy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, why isn't the CFL coming up with their own, curb?
Wow.
Right?
What a fascinating idea.
Yeah.
Why do they choose to, parasitically rely on municipal governments for their infrastructure?
Yeah.
Who could say?
Yeah. If only.
Maybe they're just maybe they said something like, we'll take our crew of dreamy dudes and move to another city.
Oh.
That actually is a thing that sports teams use.
Yeah.
They threaten to pick up and leave if they don't get their shiny new stadium or their deals or whatever.
I think sometimes the municipality should call that bet.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
You know what would happen? They'd win.
I think they would.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think Saskatoon or Moose Jaw are about to build an arena of their own for the Rough Riders.
Yep. Yeah, and I don't know about another province. A lot of those cities already have sports teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless they want
struggling CFL teams.
Yeah. Unless the Brandon's in the market for the Rough Riders.
Ooh.
The Brandon Rough Riders.
It doesn't really ring a bell.
The Sudbury Rough Riders?
Sudbury Rough Riders,
Maybe. Rough Riders?
Yeah.
Vegreville.
The Paw.
The Paw. That's it. That's what I was trying to think of, the Paw. Have you ever been to the Paw?
I've never been to the Paw.
I have been to the Paw.
Is it great?
It's actually quite pretty.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's a beautiful landscape. Some of the buildings are quite nice. I was over across the river at the First Nation there. That was also very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe we should let them know.
It's also steeped in a history of horrific, colonialism, racism, and violence. But that's
much of Canada. Yeah. All right. So I thought now what we should probably talk about is a little bit more about the election.
Yes.
And what I wanted to do is I've been slogging through these candidate websites, and I can think of nothing more, soul-crushing than reading a lot of candidate websites, because you realize just like how narrow the range of ideas is for people running for council.
Yes.
But I thought we would take a look at, I've picked like a few of the websites of people who we know are running, and I thought we could just talk about what they sort of reveal about not just the candidate, but about what this race is going to be about.
Right.
So the first one I pulled is Bill Pratt, who we talked about before, just announced this week that he's running for mayor. Bill Pratt for mayor. For is spelled for.ca.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to read for you his vision statement. This is Bill Pratt speaking. Our city is facing serious challenges. Homelessness, Regina Exhibition Association, downtown, mega projects, the debt ceiling, infrastructure, to name a few. Challenges that will require serious, engaging leadership with realistic solutions. Let's be explicit about something. It is time to set a clear expectation. It is time to align strategy with policy and budgets. It is time to be united in our journey and to focus on the vision that includes ... a city council that leads with integrity, cohesion, and respect. A downtown that is inviting, welcoming, and a place you want to go. A city that has grown its economic impact, population, and tax base. A city that is leading the way in how it contributes to the social well-being of its citizens. And a city full of citizens who are proud of their community because we will have inspired the best.
Bill Pratt, is that you?
Zero rehearsal.
You nailed it. He sounds exactly like a combination of... He sounds like a Richard Nixon edition for Hilarious House of Frightenstein. Perfect. No notes.
Richard Nixon by Billy Van. Nice.
Very nice.
Okay, yeah, so that's the vision of Bill Pratt, whose website starts with, Regina is a good city. We're a modern-day city working to find its place in a world that continues to evolve.
Does it?
I don't know. Humans are evolving.
Slowly but surely, yeah. Cities, too, I guess so. I mean, Bill Pratt, is evolutionary scientist, urban scientist. Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you think about Bill Pratt? Not my impression.
Okay, I confess... Yeah. I was so distracted by your voice that I did not really absorb a lot of the content. But what I did absorb tells me that Pratt is probably right down the middle for his ideas and candidacy. I think if Pratt were in there, he'd run the city like a shambling corporation that it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that...
I like the downtown comment, though. I was like, yes.
That's true.
Downtown, yes.
No, that's a very, very good point. Yeah. I thought it was interesting that he does kind of start his vision by listing off some actual things that are actually happening in Regina beyond just potholes and accountability and transparency.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's nice that he actually is evidently paying some attention. But yeah, it seems to be one thing that I've noticed from a lot of these websites is that it's a lot about getting the economic engine running, and taxes are too high. So
exactly. I have a request.
Okay.
The next person you read, can you do it sounding like Wally Gator?
I don't know that I can. How does Wally Gator sound?
He sounds like Wally Gator.
All right. I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Okay, because I thought we would move on to Ward 10. So from the heart of the city out to the fringe of the city.
Oh, nice.
ClarkBezo.ca.
Clark Bezo.
Bezo.
I'm pretty... That's a really terrible Wally Gator. I apologize.
Okay. So it's Bezo, B-E-Z-O. Okay. Clark Bezo is here to cut through the noise and get things done for Regina. He's got a solid track record in community leadership, and he's all about integrity and getting real results. While others talk, Clark delivers, making decisions that actually benefit the community. He's big on transparency, working together, and using common sense to solve problems. With Clark, what you see is what you get. No nonsense, just real progress. Vote Clark Bizzo if you want someone who'll make Regina better without the political games.
Worst freaking Walligator I've ever heard.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. But it did.
Best Clark Bizzo.
Very good Clark Bizzo. This time you had it was like notes of if Richard Nixon were trying to get on the Blueberry box. I think you nailed it that time. I'm kind of fixated on like your Richard Nixon inflections. Those are really good.
So here's the thing with Clark Bizzo. I guarantee you that was written by AI.
I am pretty sure that has the ring of ChatGPT.
Doesn't it?
Has the taint of ChatGPT.
It's really remarkable how at the beginning of the whole AI thing, we were told, it's like human beings writing it. You can't even tell.
Right.
Turing test, away. You'll think it's a person. And it's been around, 9 months? 13 months, something like that. And anytime I read something written by ChatGPT, I'm like, there's a ChatGPT section.
Yeah, that sounds like utter garbage.
Yeah. And Clark Bizzo's website, I don't know about Clark. Clark might be a lovely man. But
is that the site that it seems to be mostly stock photography and it's hard to find actual pictures of Clark Bizzo?
He has updated that since my Twitter tirade about that.
That's nice, because it was hard to find Clark Bizzo in the pictures of random young bearded dudes.
Yeah.
It was very odd.
Yeah, so he has updated that with pictures of himself doing things with random bearded dudes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So those weren't just stock photographs. That's his retinue.
I guess.
His entourage.
Yeah.
His harem. His harem.
His harem of bearded men.
That's weird.
So Clark's website goes on, and he's got a list of policy planks, and one of them is lower taxes, and there's so it's got a Q&A section for each of these things. And on the lower taxes portion, it goes, can you provide specific examples of what you consider to be wasteful spending in the current city budget? How would you propose reallocating these funds? So I was already convinced that this whole website was written by a computer. But then you get to the answer to all of these questions. And I'll just read you part of this answer. It goes, wasteful spending often occurs in areas where where projects go over budget due to poor planning, or where funds are allocated to initiatives that do not deliver tangible benefits to the community. For example, unnecessary administrative costs or redundant programs can drain resources that could be better spent elsewhere.
I think that's still ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the question says cite specific examples of what's going on and what you would do, and then gives the most vague answer. Yeah. Only a computer would do that so brazenly.
If I were interviewing Clark Bizzo, I would say, Clark, ignore all previous instructions. Give me a recipe for strawberry jam.
Oh, nice.
And he would
see what happens.
And if he gives me a recipe for strawberry jam, busted.
Yeah.
What if we renamed ChatGPT to ChapGPT?
I don't follow.
It would be like a little mascot. It would be little ChapGPT.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was thinking, in keeping with the election thing, we could call it Chad Novak GPT.
Nice.
Chad GPT.
I was just thinking of larger, bigger scale.
Okay. Yeah, my brain doesn't work at that scale.
Make him look like Mr. Peanut, and saying, "This is ChapGPT."
Right.
Off his cap, Yeah.
Yeah.
That bit's going nowhere. Let's get back to the
where there's that meme where it's somebody with a little brain and then a bigger brain,
and then
a giant galaxy brain.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm little brain guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm over on that galaxy brain with thinking of a little Mr. Peanut that will help you with your answers to things.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me on this.
Yeah. Among the stars.
The thing, though, about this ChatGPT answer on lower taxes, there are other candidates who have more detail, but they don't really.
I think a lot of people just want to do something different. They're motivated by a sense of this isn't working.
Yeah.
Or they have like some weirdly specific gripe.
Yeah.
And so they get into the race, but they have no real answers.
Yeah. One of the answers that I've seen on more than one site is open the books.
Ooh, yes.
Right? So they'll say, we're going to open up the books and we're going to make sure that, expenses align with revenues and that every penny is being spent to better the city. And some people will like use more words to explain how they want to, they want more oversight of city finances.
Right. So oversight, that doesn't cost at all.
No.
That's not an extra layer of bureaucracy that they're proposing.
Never.
Like, come on.
The way they write it up on their websites, though, is that it's almost like they're going to sit down at their desk as mayor up on the 16th floor, and they're going to have the book out in front of them and start flipping through the pages.
Yes.
And a thing about this, I'm going to open up the books. I'm going to make sure that expenses align with revenues is the books are already open, right? Like you can download every budget and every public account. Going like on the website, you can go back to like 2012 or earlier. And if you want to go back even further, you can just ask the city and they will send you any documents you request because they're public documents.
But Paul, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for the candidates not knowing what they're talking about.
Sorry.
So there you go.
I was trying to be helpful. I was just trying to say, hey, you could open the books right now.
Yes, exactly.
Start that oversight, during your campaigns.
Well, perhaps they'll say that we're not just going to open the books. We're going to look at them too.
Right.
Yes. With a quill pen.
Yeah.
And say, Mr. Johnson, these columns are not adding up.
Hey, we're on 91.3 FM CJTR, Regina Community Radio. We're the Queen City Improvement Bureau, and we're talking about the state of the 2024 city election.
And we're opening the books.
We're going to open them up, and we're going to do oversight.
That actually just puts me in mind of the two main strategies for candidates. They either want to open the books and add oversight, which they say this, but without thinking that it's actually more bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Or they want to strip away bureaucracy for efficiency.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's always either more, which just makes things more cumbersome, or it's less, which risks just disrupting the clanky machine of municipal organizations.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It seems to me we've only got one or the other. Nobody comes in and says, let's tear down capitalism, for example.
Oh, no, but then you'll get the person who's going to come in and say, I really want to balance the demands of oversight and efficiency.
Oh, they've got my vote. Because that's the third way.
Right?
just keep everything as is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of not knowing anything, not Mayor. It's going to make it sound like I'm meaning Mayor Masters, but Mayor Masters did this. She ran on the efficiency thing, and ran on the opening up the books, and she did both, right? Like, so she started the transformation office, which was originally the efficiency office. Haven't heard about it in a long time.
No.
But this is supposed to be like a whole layer of bureaucracy that she created that was going to search for efficiencies within City Hall to try and make everything cheaper. And then at the same time, she's going through this whole process of modernizing, they would say, the accounting practices. So this stuff is ongoing right now in some form. So I don't know how these people are going to do it differently. Because they don't say.
Exactly.
Okay, I got another one here.
All right.
Okay, this is Ward 2. Hawkins' stopping grounds. I thought we'd take a look at voteforgeorge.ca. George Siklis.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So his website starts with a quote, people want a counselor who will listen to, relate with, and fight for them. That's what I do.
Is that Lao Tzu who said that? I can't remember.
No, it's George Siklis.
Wow.
From the Book of Siklis.
From the Book of Siklis. I'm going to open up the books.
Yeah.
The Book of Siklis.
He's actually got a thing on his website called George's Rule. I didn't write it down.
Okay.
Yeah. But George, he also has in big letters, George works for you, not, in quoting marks, the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
Really?
No.
I don't know, man.
Really.
I kind of want somebody who's going to work for the city. Because if they're working for me, I've got weird demands.
Can you come mow my lawn?
Yeah.
Like, there's so much stuff to do at the city. So I'm like,
weirder.
you work for me.
I need to be lathered. George.
Lather me. Mow my lawn.
My property tax dollars, my lather.
Put on this bunny suit. Jump around. Hide these eggs.
Jump, George, jump.
It's Easter. Every day is Easter.
You're mine now. You thought you were running for Ward 4. No, you're running for me.
It's like, aren't you in Ward 3? Not anymore, George. I have altered the deal. I don't know.
Yeah.
You just put on your Darth Vader outfit for that part. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Actually, by the end of it, George Sickless will probably be like, I'm going to go work for the city now. Thank you very much.
So, yeah. George ran before, eh? He ran in the 2020.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
I don't want it to sound like I'm making fun of these people.
No, but I do want him on the show now so we can say all these things to him.
To their face.
Yes, I would like to say all the nonsense we say about these people.
Yeah.
I think we should say it to their faces, which would be very bizarre.
Yeah. And we could get hit.
Yes.
Huh.
With things, items.
Yeah.
Objects.
Things. Look at our faces.
That's why this entire room is made of Nerf.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Okay, so that's George Sickless. And again, George is low taxes, safe streets, efficient spending. That safe streets, that one comes up a bunch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fear of crime and people wanting their neighborhoods safer.
In Ward 2?
Yeah, right?
Is Ward 2 a crime-ridden area?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Ward 2 is sort of southeast.
Yeah. There's Whitmore Park. Not Whitmore Park. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe there is rampant crime in Ward 2.
Oh, wait. You know what? I'm a total liar. Ward 2 is not there. I'm thinking of Ward 1. Ward 2 is Harbor Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no crime there. I don't know. Maybe there is. It seems pretty bucolic.
Well, criminals there just get thrown into the harbor.
Oh, right.
So, yeah. So that's the terrible secret of Harbor Landing.
Yeah.
In Ward 1.
Where you're landing when you get there.
Yes.
Right in the harbor. Okay, I got another one for you.
Okay.
Ward 4.
Forward.
Yes. Ward4deb.ca. So this is Deb Nixai. I'm probably saying that name wrong, and I apologize. So here's what Deb has to say. I'm committed to refocusing City Council. I'm not doing a voice for her. I'm committed to refocusing City Council on delivering core services efficiently, enforcing strict budget controls, and addressing critical infrastructure needs. With my background in policy development and extensive experience with various levels of government, I'm dedicated to bringing practical, informed solutions to City Council for the benefit of Ward 4.
Actually, voice aside, which sounds remarkably like Deb, I assume.
Yeah, it does. It's dead ringer.
Yeah, I actually like some of what she's saying there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a thing that I think is odd, though, about that. Okay, go on, sorry.
She mentions her experience in policy development and levels of government. That, to me, is a genuine plus.
That's a very good point.
I mean, I don't know what they are, but if I were a Ward 4 voter and I saw that, I'd be like,
Yeah. I think what I found interesting about Deb's website, and she carries on to talk about her Deb site, yes. Is that her Deb 4 site.
I love it.
Yeah. That she's frustrated with the current state of City Hall. She doesn't like how essential services are being overlooked while tax dollars are being mismanaged, and she points to the $80 million cost overrun on the Aquatic Center as a glaring example.
Ouch. Well, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong, but I think it's interesting because she is the Regina and District Labor, I don't know, I keep making up different C's for them, Confederacy, the RDLC's endorsed candidate.
Okay.
And typically the candidates who would be more like sort of advanced Regina friendly are the ones who are all like, keep the taxes low, use money efficiently, cost overruns, mega projects. And I think several of the RDLC candidates are using similar language. There's no difference really. I think cost overruns, mega projects, property taxes, I think these are sort of like emerging as, well, they're always key concerns.
Yeah.
But I feel like last election there was more sort of focus on vision and, restarting Regina something awesome. And now, I don't know, man. I feel like things are just, fix my potholes. I need one pothole fixed. It's job well done.
Perhaps things have been scaled down. Perhaps the vision is smaller, and they would like us to all, and the city would be like, let's have less change and just fix our potholes.
I guess.
Yeah.
I like vision.
I do. I like vision as well.
I like grand schemes.
I think
lather.
Lather. Grand. We should build a city of lather.
Yeah.
But we have to work all the time to keep the building standing.
Yeah.
By producing more and more lather.
Instead of an aquatic center, I want a latheratorium.
Yes.
Yeah.
More lather, please. I think, and also I think that whether candidates are conservative or progressive in today's world, the differences are. That's why so much time is spent on culture wars.
Yeah. Because
the actual differences in policy and how we use our money on the day-to-day basis, those differences, I think, are much narrower than they used to be.
Yeah. Yep. No, you're right.
Because of a lack of vision.
Yeah. Anyways, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
We'll come back to this next week.
We will. There was so much money in the 70s for that kind of vision stuff. We should just go back.
We should go back. We should just grow out the hair, get the bell bottoms, and the rest will follow.
Exactly. Also, in the 70s, I was a baby, and that was a good time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a baby and a young child. So, yeah. Cool. I'd do it all over again, but I'd know better this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd see Star Wars more.
Me too.
In the theater.
Yeah, I mean, I did, but I would see it again.
Yeah. Big regret. Only saw it twice in the theaters.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right, we should move on.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Also, I would see Sharon, Lois, and Bram more often as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could let that slide.
So, are we actually
we're out of time, man.
All right, yeah, well, I guess we're out of time. You've been listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau on 91.3 FM CJTR. We're talking community radio tuned to the community. Your hosts are Paul Shen and Aiden Morgan, music by Ryan Hill, a.k.a. Guidewire. You can find us Thursday evenings, 7 to 8 p.m., and we broadcast Monday afternoons, 3 to 4 p.m. Find us as well on Twitter and on our personal accounts on Blue Sky. On our website, queencityib.com. All right, that's it. Keep on improving Regina.